Imagine this. Your boyfriend of 2 years looks you straight in the eyes and says, "I need the apartment tonight. Don't come home and don't ask." What do? Most people would explode.
Scream. Cry.
Demand answers.
Me?
I just smiled sweetly and said, "Okay, babe. Have fun."
Yeah.
I said okay. And then I quietly destroyed his entire night and his side piece's marriage in the most satisfying way possible. This isn't some old-school cheating drama. This happened last month, right here in 2026, when one little smart lock app turned me from the clueless girlfriend into the one holding all the receipts. Technology doesn't lie. People do. We'd built what I thought was a solid life together. Late-night talks, weekend trips, shared Netflix passwords. I trusted him. Until that Thursday when the red flags finally waved so hard I couldn't ignore them anymore. But here's the thing. When he kicked me out for his so-called alone time, he forgot one tiny detail. I still had full access to the smart lock history.
Real time.
Undeniable. Little did Jake know, I wasn't leaving for good. I was just stepping back to watch the show begin. And trust me, what came next still has the entire building whispering about it. Okay, let's rewind to that Thursday evening. Jake walks through the door at 7:15, later than usual, jacket slung over his shoulder like nothing's wrong. But I notice it immediately, the faint cloud of perfume clinging to him. Not my vanilla body mist. Something expensive, floral, sharp. The kind a woman wears when she wants to be remembered. I keep my face neutral. "Hey babe, long day?" He mumbles something about a work thing running late, heads straight to the shower. Red flag number 1. Red flag number 2, his phone face down on the counter, buzzing twice, screen lighting up with a name he quickly swipes away. Over the past few weeks, the little things had been stacking up. Texts at 2 a.m. that he didn't hear. Sudden gym sessions that never used to happen. The way he'd get defensive when I asked simple questions like, "How was your day?" I tried to brush it off. Told myself I was paranoid. But that night, he didn't even try to hide it. He comes out of the shower, towel around his waist, and drops the bomb casually, like he's asking me to pick up milk. "I need the apartment tonight. Don't come home, and don't ask." My stomach flips. My brain screams. But my mouth, it just says, "Okay, babe. Have fun." I grab my purse, slip on my shoes, and walk out the door like it's any other evening. Inside, I was burning. Have you ever smiled while your heart was breaking? That's exactly what I did. I made it to the elevator before I pulled out my phone. Opened the smart lock app we both had access to, for convenience and security. The live feed refreshed. And that's when I saw the first update. 2 entries logged in the last 5 minutes. One was Jake. The second wasn't me. 2 entries. 30 seconds apart. Jake first, then her. I sat in my car in the parking garage. Engine off. Phone screen glowing in the dark, like some kind of twisted evidence board. My hands were shaking so hard I almost dropped the phone. But I zoomed in anyway. Timestamps clear as day. 8:42 p.m. and 8:42 and 32 seconds p.m. The app even showed a little thumbnail from the hallway camera, blurry heels clicking past the lens, a flash of red dress, long dark hair. That's when the anger flipped from hot to ice cold. This wasn't some random hookup. This was planned. Deliberate. He didn't just cheat, he orchestrated it, kicked me out of my own home for it. I took screenshots. Everything. The logs. The timestamps. The tiny preview images. Then I did what any betrayed woman with internet access would do. I reverse searched that hallway glimpse. It took 3 minutes. 3 minutes to find her Instagram. Public, of course. Her name was Lauren. Wedding photos everywhere. Smiling next to a tall guy in a suit. Captions like "My forever" and "blessed." His name?
Ethan.
Married. To someone else. While she was in my apartment with my boyfriend. Have you ever felt betrayal so sharp it almost makes you laugh? That's where I was. Laughing in my car, tears running down my face, because the pettiness of it all was almost beautiful. I had proof. Undeniable.
Digital.
And I knew exactly who deserved to see it. But I didn't send it right away. I waited. 1 full hour. Let them think they were safe. Let them get comfortable. Then my thumb hovered over the send button. Would you send it? Or would you wait? I waited. 60 long minutes. Enough time for them to get settled, dim the lights, pour the wine, think they had won the night. I pictured it all while staring at my phone in the dim parking garage. Then I opened the message to Ethan. Attached every screenshot. The dual entries, the exact times, even the cropped hallway preview showing Lauren's distinctive red dress. No essay. No rant. Just one simple line in the caption. Thought you should know.
Hit send.
Heart slammed against my ribs like it wanted out. I refreshed the chat obsessively. 2 blue ticks.
Read.
Then typing bubble.
Gone.
Typing again.
Gone.
3 minutes later, my phone exploded. Ethan, WTF is this? All caps. Then, where are they right now? Then a string of voice notes I didn't play. I could imagine the rage. Back in the apartment building, things were already unraveling. I switched to the building's public security feed app. Yeah, we all have access for safety. Lauren's phone lit up on the coffee table. She glanced at it, face draining of color. Jake reached for his phone next. It started vibrating nonstop. Texts.
Calls.
Lauren's husband. They froze. Looked at each other. Then the yelling started. Doors slammed in the hallway. Neighbors' peepholes opened. Someone down the corridor shouted, "Keep it down." But no one was keeping anything down. I leaned back in my seat, watching it unfold like live theater. And the best part? It was only getting started. Picture this. The apartment door flies open so hard it bounces off the wall. Ethan storms in, face red, veins popping, screaming Lauren's name like a battle cry. What the hell is going on here? Lauren scrambles off the couch, half-dressed, trying to explain. It's not what it looks like. Classic line. Always is. Jake jumps up, towels still around his waist, hands out like he's calming a wild animal. Babe, wait, dude. You got it all wrong. Wrong? The timestamps didn't lie. The screenshots didn't lie. Ethan had them pulled up on his phone, shoving them in Jake's face. Neighbors flooded the hallway. Phones out. Recording. Someone yelled, "Security's coming," but no one moved to stop it. This was better than TV. Lauren started crying. Big, dramatic sobs. Jake tried to grab his clothes, but Ethan blocked the door. Words flew. Accusations, threats, the whole messy soundtrack of betrayal. I watched it all on the building feed from my car. No sound needed. The body language said everything. Lauren pointing at Jake. Ethan shoving him back. Jake looking smaller by the second. By the time security arrived, the party was over. Ethan dragged Lauren out. Jake stood alone in the doorway, looking like he'd been hit by a truck. I changed the locks the next morning.
Permanently.
New code. New app access. He never got back in. And the building?
They still talk about that night.
The one where one text ended 2 relationships and started a legend. So, yeah, remember that casual little sentence? Don't come home tonight. One text. One demand. And it ended up being the last thing Jake ever said to me as his girlfriend. By morning, the apartment was silent. Jake's stuff was gone, packed in trash bags by building security after he couldn't get back in. New lock code. New rules. My space again. Lauren? Her marriage blew up in spectacular fashion. Ethan filed papers the next week. The whole building still whispers about that Thursday night, like it's urban legend material. Neighbors nod when they see me in the elevator. Some even smile, like they know I won without ever raising my voice. Betrayal stings like hell. It makes you question everything. But revenge? When it's quiet, calculated, and backed by cold, hard proof, it doesn't just feel good. It feels like justice. Ladies and gentlemen who get it, trust your gut. Always. And if you ever share a smart lock, security cam, or even a shared Netflix account, use it. Karma doesn't always need a scene. Sometimes it just needs screenshots. If you've ever been through something like this, drop a fire emoji in the comments. Tell me, would you have sent that message? Or played it even colder? Hit like if petty justice makes your day brighter. Subscribe for more real stories that hit different. And turn on notifications, because next time, it might be your turn to say, okay. See you in the next one.